Again, today is Monday, and we are doing a quick little tutorial vid here on what I normally do. And right now, I am on the 1 hour, zoomed all the way out, and now zooming in. Let's go to the 30-minute. So the first thing that I like to do when I head on the chart is I like to actually identify where the market's going through structure. And the reason I like to do that is because in order to enter a trade, you either can buy or sell. So obviously, the first thing we want to do is enter structure. Is look for structure. So that's step number one. So I've identified my structure here. Normally, I would only have 4 pieces of structure and count out everything else, but I just did this for some extra analysis. So all you really need, what I trade with, is you need 4 pieces of valid structure breaking either lows or highs with aggressive price action, like we see here on these black candles. And then we see here aggressive price action, unhealthy price action there. This is good structure, okay? So sometimes when you have structure, price will break one past piece of structure here to get to another point of interest, which could be a supply, demand, redistribution, supply or demand, order block, anything like that. As you can see here, there's a little consolidation here, a little redistribution, followed by a supply zone, you can say. So if we zoom in, and we can see that right here. So you see where I drew this gray box? This is basically would be a supply zone. I trade Wyckoff and supply and demand, so I'm not going to go through the exact details here because you guys won't understand it. But usually I will look for my 3 drives up like this and Wyckoff. And if you don't know why I'm doing that or what it is, I don't give that away on YouTube. But basically, I just do supply and demand. So here you can just ignore what I said and just look at the actual gap and trade that if you want to. And what I would do is once you have your zone here on that gap or order block or whatever you like to trade, this would be considered my point of interest. So these gray boxes that I draw here are areas of interest that I'm interested in taking trades. So now that we already did the first step, which is structure, this would be the second step, our POI, point of interest. So we would have a rectangle here that would symbolize our supply zone, our order block, or anything like that. So that's the second step. So the third step now is, okay, so we have to now wait for price to actually get to this area, right, guys? So what we're going to do is we're going to actually send an alert because we might not be on the charts. Like you may be doing whatever you do. And that's the good thing about TradingView is that they have charts. So what we're going to do is draw a black line here, and then we're going to add an alert, and we're going to put POI. That stands for, like I said, point of interest. This is what I need to do all the time. All right. And now once this trade enters here, I can actually determine whether this in the past box was an actual redistribution or distribution, or I can determine whether it's a supply and demand zone. Okay. And so here's how I would do that. So let's say price came up, right? Price came up and tapped into this, right? So the number 2 ways that I tell if this is a valid demand zone is, number 1, usually when smart money reacts off of a zone or a supply and demand, it leaves a wick. So that would be a confirmation. That would be a number 1 confirmation with some kind of like, it doesn't look anything like a wick, but would be some kind of wick like that. Okay, tapping into that box or tapping on the box. You don't want to see bodies going into your POI. You don't want to see bodies going in. You want to see wicks ideally, because that's how smart money reacts off of zones. It taps and goes. Okay, and then after that, what you want to see is once it goes to this area of interest that you're in, you'll want to wait for aggressive price action, letting you know that the market is indeed reversing. Now, what I mean by that is you would want to see price come up in this purple line here and break. Let's say for me, I like to see it break either a low or 2 lows. So for this example, I'll just do 2 lows. I don't know why it's drawing weird like that, but okay. So let's say price breaks that second low here and left a bunch of aggressive price action, leaving gaps in supply zones, okay? What we would do is we would identify those just like we did before, the ones on the upper part of the range, of course, because when you're trading in a trading range, or when you're trading in a price range, sorry, not a trading range, a price range, you actually want to sell high and buy low, like. And the reason is because the higher you go, it's more premium. So when you're selling something, you want to sell it at supply at a premium price rather than sell it at a discount because price will go back up anyway. So you would want to wait for price to go back up again after breaking this, and you can put another alert here, come back, and then you can actually take out your risk to reward tool, and then you can do your risk to reward that you usually do, and we can talk about mine once you're inside my group. And then you can do whatever you guys, I don't know what you guys do, you can do whatever you do. And I'm going to tell you guys what I like to target. What I recommend is I would target liquidity. Now, what that means for me is either trend lines or double bottoms or double lows. So in this case, this would be sell side liquidity right here, because some people are looking to buy off of this zone here. They would put like something like a support here, right? And they would probably try to buy off there because it looks like it's going up because they don't know how the market actually works. So what you would do is target this area. This will be my take profit. So that'd be like 47 pips. Or you could also target. I would show you. Here's how it looks when you're doing a trend line like this. You can also just target. You can do it like that too, and just go like that on a trend line. But I like to do double bottoms because that's the fact that there's even a double bottom in the first place is an extra confirmation that price is reversing there. And so basically this was a short little tutorial. If you want more in depth, just message me on Instagram at Dynasty Wolves, WOLVES. It's in the comment section. I hope you guys got some value off of this video. I'll see you guys later. Peace.